guys, it's me, cuteordeath. I just got back from Prague Power USA. Had an absolutely amazing time. It was a total blast. Highly recommend it if you haven't gone. But one of the things that happened while I was there was got into a conversation with a couple of people about like, what was your most embarrassing story? And it's easy to forget when you're at a party and you've been like seeing amazing music all day. Couldn't remember this story, and I can't believe I forgot it because it's such an on-brand story for me. So I figured I'd do a brief recording of it, of me telling the story, just so that way everyone could enjoy it. So it's about 5 years ago, and I had somewhat recently started my nightclub job, my first one, and I was house sitting, or cat sitting specifically, for my friends who were at Burning Man. And they lived at a fairly large apartment building. I think there were like maybe 8 floors, and they were on like the 3rd floor. I think that's right. And I was staying there for about like 7 to 10 days while they were traveling to and from and attending Burning Man. So they had 2 cats, and the main thing I had to do was just clean their litter box and feed them. So they gave me the keys, and like blah blah blah, give me the rundown, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, make sure you always have your keys on you if you're going to exit, because there's no way to unlock the door. And have it stay unlocked behind you. It would like automatically lock no matter what you did." So I have a terrible memory. So I came home from the nightclub job one night. Had been a really long night. I was super tired, and didn't change into my pajamas. I just kind of took my shorts off, undid the bra, had my my work tank top on, my staff shirt, and then my tights, which I wear like semi-opaque black tights most of the time, and then undies and socks, and that was what I went to sleep in. So I wake up in the morning, I'm still exhausted. I go to feed the cats and change their litter box. And so there was a trash chute in the hallway. So I'm thinking like, all right, finish up my chores, probably gonna go back to bed, still pretty tired. I'll just throw the cat litter in the trash chute and then pop back inside. So I do that. Didn't bring my phone, didn't bring the keys, wasn't wearing shoes, wasn't wearing pants. I locked myself out. And so it's a kind of apartment building where it has like hallways, and there's like all the doors to the apartment down the hallway. So I'm there in the hallway, and the people I'm house sitting for, they're not going to be back for a couple days, and I kind of sit there for a second, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do in this situation? I'm contemplating like, and I don't know anyone else in the building, so I'm contemplating like maybe knocking on the neighbor's door and being like, "Hey, can I at least use your phone? So like, if I have to, I can call a locksmith." Thankfully, there's it was one of those kinds of apartment buildings where the landlord actually lives on site, and there was a directory that said which apartment they were in. So I was like, all right, that's on the top floor, so I got to take the elevator up to their apartment. Thankfully, nobody else was on the elevator at that time. So I get in the elevator, go up, knock on the door. Oh, also, my mohawk was a lot bigger at the time, and so I had my hair still up from last night's work. So I go up, knock on the door, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm house sitting for my friends, and 310 or whatever. I locked myself out. Can I just get those spare keys really quick?" And it's like an older dude. He kind of like looks me up and down, kind of laughs to himself and goes, "I like your look." And I was like, how about we don't do this? You just give me the keys. I run back as fast as I can, open the door, put on pants and shoes, and come back and give you the keys back. How about that? So thankfully, like, I didn't run into anybody. But that is the story of how I locked myself out of my friend's apartment, wearing just my underwear. And that is why I always triple check that I always have my keys on me whenever I leave any door at any point anywhere. So yeah, gotta do the key check. So yeah, thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll be back at some point with some more ridiculous stories from my ridiculous life. Take care. Bye bye, everybody.